Hello everyone, my name is Will Gilmer and I'm a dairy farmer from Alabama. I hope you'll join with me over the next few minutes as I walk you through a typical day here on my family's dairy farm. Well, every morning starts off at the farm about 3 a.m. Well, we come over to the barn and get our cows run in from the pasture and start milking them. We have 206 cows that we're milking right now, and we can do 20 at a time in our barn. And it'll take us about 2.5 hours to get them milked and get the feed put in their trough for their morning feeding. And after we've done all that, we can go on home for breakfast for a couple hours before we come back to the farm and start doing the rest of our farm duties. In the mornings after my father and I have each taken breakfast, we'll come back sometime between 7:30 and 8 o'clock and start attending to the morning's other chores. Our other two employees generally will come in about 7 and start doing a few things like feeding all of our other animals, our calves and heifers and our dry cows, and cleaning up around the barn, cleaning the floors up. And you see here that we've got our milking herd moved across the road from where our barn is onto some grass. They're going to be grazing that pasture way back there. This is something that we do pretty much every morning during the spring. And from here we'll just start taking care of a few other things. Of course, we take care of our animals' needs every day here on the dairy, but we also try to grow as much of their food as we possibly can. So this time of year we're in the field a lot of mornings and afternoons trying to do just that. I've been out this morning in this 3-acre field of rye that we had planted late last fall and cut it with this cutter conditioner that you see and left it into rows. And in a few hours we'll have our silage chopper pull across it and chop it up into smaller pieces to finish harvesting it. This stuff was about chin high, and you can see there's an awful lot of it here on the ground. This has been a very good yielding field for us. It'll make some really good cow food. Now, we may do a lot of different things in the morning, but in the afternoon we start off after lunch same way every day. We get the cows moved from their pasture and bring them up to the milking barn for the afternoon milking. Now, in the afternoon, while a couple of people are in the barn milking the cows and a couple of others are either out in the field doing some work or out maybe in the shop taking care of some maintenance, somebody has to take care of the afternoon feed responsibilities, and today that's my responsibility. Now, it'll take me an hour to an hour and a half to do all this, and what I'm doing is getting ingredients in this feed wagon to give our cows their feedbacks this afternoon. I'll then take the wagon up to their troughs and put it out. Then I'll come back and make up a batch for the morning. We won't put that batch out, of course, until the morning, but it's a lot easier to make it by afternoon sunlight than it is early morning moonlight. Getting this bale of hay put out for this small group of heifers is the last thing I got to do this afternoon before I head to the milk barn and help get things finished up in there. Well, everything's done here in the milking barn this afternoon. The cows have been milked and their milk is cooling down in those tanks. I'm about to start the system washer here to get the pipelines and all the milking equipment cleaned out and ready to go for the morning. And so, with no field work left to do today, it's just a matter of turning off the lights and closing up the barn, and I don't have but one more chore to do before I can call it a day. Well, we usually finish in the evenings between 4 and 5 o'clock. Some nights we may have to work till 6 or 7, but my last duty of the day is to feed these little calves in the pasture behind my house and put a cap on a 13, 14, or maybe 15-hour workday. Now, time to rest up because we've got to do it all again tomorrow. I appreciate you following along with me today and invite you to go to our website, www.gilmerdairyfarm.com, to learn more about us and the things that we do here on our farm. Again, thank you for your support of America's farming families, and have a dairy good day.